All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our special October meeting. We have all kinds of great stuff to share with you. And as you know, we are broadcasting live from the haunted SK Pierce Mansion, which the reason why we're a little bit late getting on is I'm just going to say ghosts were messing around with all of our equipment. So hopefully we'll get through all of the meeting. And we have a special guest at the end. We're going to interview Brenda, who recently sold the SK Pierce Mansion, as well as Marion, who is the house manager at SK Pierce. So you'll get to hear from them. For our live viewers, you'll get to see the library room that we're sitting in right now. You'll get to hear a little bit about the history of the mansion. And then later on, we'll do a second segment that we'll send out later with a better tour of the mansion, since the Wi-Fi is a little bit spotty here and we don't want to walk around and disconnect you from the meeting. So with that, let's dig into today's sales meeting. Welcome to October. As always, knowledge is not power, execution is power. So make sure that as we go throughout today that you write down anything, take notes throughout the program so that you can execute on some of the great things we talk about today. First, we want to welcome all of the agents that joined us since our last meeting. Welcome to Kimberly Sau, Tim Conway, Kristen Smith, Valerie Angulo, and Dolores Waldron. We're excited to have you guys as part of our family. Also, let's take a look at our numbers for September. So September sales, we had 231 closings at $118 million in business, plus 40 rentals on top of that. Here's a breakdown of what those numbers look like state by state. So Massachusetts had 172 sales, Maine 26 sales, Connecticut 8, New Hampshire 8, and Florida 17 sales. Let's take a look at our top agents and teams for the month of September. So first, we're going to take a look at Massachusetts teams by volume. Congratulations to Page & Company, Team Energy, Vision Realty Group, the North Star Group, and O'Connell & Company. Congratulations also for top individuals by volume. Congratulations goes to Corey and Brenda, both who are joining us at the mansion today. Mark Sacco, Karen Nielsen, and Susan Tebow also joining us at the mansion today. Top 5 teams by units for our Massachusetts offices. Congratulations to Team Energy, Page & Company, O'Connell & Company, Button & Company, and Kennard Residential Group. And top 5 individuals for September, Corey Gracie, Olivia Paris, also here today, Brenda Albert, Susan Tebow, and Mark Sacco. Let's take a look at New Hampshire. So these numbers for New Hampshire are top 5, both for volume and units. Congratulations to Platinum Realty Group, Casey Leach, who joining us at the mansion today, all the way from Goffstown, New Hampshire. The Newman Group, Sarah Tollefson, and Team Energy. Next, Connecticut. Congratulations to Laura Martin, Pat Harriman, Roger Lavoie, Molly Scully, and Peter Onofrio. Top 5, looks like volume and units for Connecticut. And then Maine. Top agents by volume for Maine. Congratulations to John Blowen, Sarah Cottonor, Maria Kempton, Chris Valley, and Julian Harwood. And our main top agents by units, John, Sarah, Maria, Julian, and Bud Ingraham. Congratulations. And next, let's take a look at Florida. Top 10 for Florida. We have Harriet, Isabel, Roberto, Michael, Giswaldo team, Matt McLaughlin, Janice Zadespinner, Kelly, the B & Gaston team, and Team Rebello. And then our top Florida agents by unit sold. Congratulations to Roberto, B & Gaston, Harriet Offerman, Isabel Caseta, Michael Infante, Giswaldo team, Matt McLaughlin, Jana, Kelly De Silva, and Team Rebello. As always, our team puts out all of the top agent lists for the month, including our top 25 company overall lists, both for volume and for units. You'll get an email from our team, and make sure to click on that email. So if you're on any of these lists, you can share these updates on your social media. We put out some great pieces for you, shareable. Next, let's take a look at what these numbers look like year over year. So we officially in September hit the 1 billion in sales mark. So we're at 1.028 billion with 1,922 sides. That is slightly lower than where we were this time last year. So we're still staying on pace. We'll end the year somewhere around $1.5 billion, which is where we ended last year. Still staying on pace, but we always have to keep in mind that we are continuing to grow. We're adding agents. So I think that the story this year is we're all working so hard just to do what we did last year. So hoping for a continuing drop in interest rates so we can have a super strong end of 2025. So let's do some quick company updates, and then we're going to bring in some guests so you can learn a little bit more about this historic mansion that we're at today. First, let's get an update from Craig on the sustainability front. Craig, what do we have happening?
Hey, thanks, Stacy. I'll keep this real short. We had a great session with Pearl Certification at the end of last month. Thank you, Farah, for all you did to help put that together. Really great engagement on that call. So check it out, in our YouTube channel if you didn't have a chance to check it out. I'm going to throw into the chat educational event coming right up that I'm teaching Selling the Sun. So as you know, Stacy, that's the course on residential real estate, solar PV in the residential real estate transaction, solar panels on a rooftop. How do you handle that appropriately in a residential transaction? That is online. It's via Zoom. It's part of Greater Boston Association of Realtors Manageable Monday event. So that's Monday the 27th from 9:30 to 11:30. It does have 2 Massachusetts continuing education credits. It's free for GBAR members. For non-GBAR members, it's $20. I think well worth it. If you have a Massachusetts license, of course, wherever you are in Massachusetts, you get the CE credit. But even for your realtors, Farah, down in Florida, even though they wouldn't have a chance to get the CE credit, the content is really important. And I can't tell you the number of people that I get called from as part of LAER wondering, what do I do with a solar transaction? Please take the class. It's online, easy to access, so that if you give me that call, I know we have at least a working vocabulary that we can start with. So that's it for me, Stacy. Education.
By the way, Craig and Farah put on a great class with our friends at the Pearl Certification. Make sure to head over to our YouTube station so you can watch the rerun if you have not seen that class yet. Next, just wanted to remind everybody that we officially released the Zara marketing platform. We're now about 45 days into the release of this. The reason that we want to remind you is because we do still get emails from agents saying, hey, I didn't get my marketing bundle, for example. All of your marketing is now coming through Zara. So when you list a property, the Zara platform is going to create all of your marketing pieces. If you don't see that that's happening, send us an email at Happy Agent. The system makes it really easy that you can just go in and put the MLS number for your listing, and it will automatically create the piece for you. But for all new listings, it should be automatically creating these pieces for you. If you notice that you're not getting a notification, first of all, it could be an email issue. So let us know at happyagent@laerrealty.com. Or if it's just not creating the piece for you, let us know as well so we can make sure that your MLS ID is set up properly. Even if you have to go in and manually create it, it literally takes 10 seconds to do, and we could show you how to do that, but you shouldn't have to. It will create all of these great marketing pieces automatically for you. By the way, we want to make sure that you knew that we keep adding great marketing content to the Zara platform. Most recently, we added 7 new consumer brochures. So errors made when selecting a real estate agent, 5 tools experienced buyer agents use, buying a condo with confidence, getting your house ready to sell. This is why your home didn't sell if you're working with expired listings. What you need to know about new construction properties, and what you need to know before buying a home. So 7 great consumer brochures that you can go in and add your photo, your contact information, and have some great pieces to include in your marketing brochures. Also, we officially released the LAER Force app. Today, we're going to resend everybody an email inviting you to the app. We'll also send out just a quick video on how to put a shortcut to this site on your phone so you can start using it. Basically, the LAER Force app is a job posting app. So if you need a fellow agent to show a property for you, cover a home inspection, any of those things, you can post it to the app and you just work out a payment between the two of you. It does have a Venmo integration into it as well. This is something that we've built but from scratch. So we didn't go and buy a product that we have like a huge team that can reach out if there's any issue. So because it was built from scratch though, we're continuing to improve upon it. So this is the first version of the app. We're already working on adding all kinds of additional functionality to it. However, we're going to depend on you guys to tell us what doesn't work, what could work better, how can we improve it, because our goal is to have this amazing tool right in your pocket, to have 800 agents that you could tap into for whatever you need in your business, right in your phone. So if you have any ideas as you begin using it, or you see that something is not working quite right, just send us an email at happyagent@laerrealty.com. If you didn't get your invite, we're going to send those out again today. And we encourage you to start using the product and tell us how we can make it even better. All right. Next up, I want to have David Dowd from Sell Mom's House come on just for a minute to talk about the recent session we did on his new business blueprint. First of all, it's not new. It's a product that David has built, a phenomenal program, and focusing on the senior ecosystem. And we had our first informational call on this program in September. We have another informational call coming up in October. But tell us, David, what is the program and why should people tune in to tomorrow's program?
Thank you, Stacy, and I'm looking forward to the overview tomorrow. What is it? 12:30, I believe. All right, so I'm from Sell Mom's House. Sell Mom's House is a listing machine. The easiest way to say it is that I've developed a methodology to get listings from the senior market, the largest transfer of wealth there's ever been. So what you'll be doing is having meetings face to face with people who make their living helping seniors all the time. I call the senior ecosystem. You'll establish underlying recurring revenue sources from those people. And we'll point out to you how to, from that vast audience of potential connections, how to focus on the ones that are at the crisis points where seniors go when they have a problem and they need to downsize and move. And hopefully you'll be their agent of choice in that situation. So it's a end-to-end marketing program. Don't want to go on too long here, but in a couple of sessions, we'll teach you the basics. We'll start with assisted independent living and the senior centers. We'll set up live seminars so that you can go meet the seniors face to face. You'll be doing all of that this fall, along with Christmas parties where you're welcome to join the people at the assisted living places, because they do a lot of that You'll be networking with other people who are working with seniors all day long. And then in the spring, you'll be continuing that and actually doing seminars, meeting people face to face. And don't forget your COI, announcing to them and doing crossover marketing, because it's really not just about seniors. One final point I want to make. It's about crossover to buy sides. We find troubled homes before they go to market. We hold their hand and we can make off-market deals with flippers and also attract buyers. So there's a lot to this program, and I look forward to overviewing it. And our training is just starting in a couple of weeks. So please, Stacy provides a link after the training. Take advantage of that, or just call me at my number 774-696-6124. And I look forward to speaking with you. Thanks so much for the time, Stacy.
All right, good stuff. So if you're an agent that doesn't have a database right now that you're working off of, or if you're an agent that just wishes to be doing a little bit more business than you're currently doing, you should attend this information session tomorrow so that the program goes live in October. So this is your last chance to kind of get involved and make sure that the final stretch of 2025 is a great one for you. With that, we will have Farah tell us about some of the training programs coming up for October.
Good morning, everyone, from Wellington, Florida. Starting strong this week, of course, with David Dowd, Sell Mom's House. On Friday, we have the continuation of our amazing Contracts 101 for every single state. We're so excited about it. This month, we are featuring the one and only Len Lockery as he goes over Massachusetts documents and forms. It's going to be great. That is Friday, October 10th, 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Can I change the slide here or no? Stacy, are you there? It seems we've lost Stacy for a moment. Hold on one second, everyone. Oh, there she is. Stacy, can you move on to the next slide?
Yep.
Thank you. Of course, as we all know, in September, we had Realtor Safety Month. With that in mind, we brought on John Cross of Black Ops Tactical Consulting. He will be teaching situational awareness for realtors. Do not miss this. This is going to be a fantastic session. Thursday, October 16th, 12:30 to 1:30. Next up, Thursday, October 23rd, we will be featuring SuperSphere. For all of my agents out there concerned about how do I meet people in this new digital era that we live in, SuperSphere is a great class to get you re-engaged with your community around you and to grow your sphere the organic way. Don't miss it, Thursday, October 23rd. And then lastly, we have the main event. I'm very, very excited about this one. I'm excited about all of them. They're all amazing. I learned something from every single session. But this one is Marissa Tebow. She's going to do the power of marketing. And for those of you who don't know, Marissa Tebow's only been a realtor for, I believe, about 5 years. And she is an amazing agent. This is going to be a great class. Definitely don't miss it. I say that for every class, but don't miss any of them. Thanks.
Some stuff. Thank you, Farah. Okay, now for what you guys really wanted to learn about today. I have with us Marion, who is the house manager of the haunted SK Pierce, and Brenda Albert, who recently sold the property once again. And let's start with Marion. Tell us the history of the house. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I could go on forever with that. The house was built in 1875 by Sylvester Knowlton Pierce. He actually built this house for his wife at the time. She was the love of his life. Sadly, she passed away 2 weeks after it was finished, upstairs in the Red Room. Then he married another wife, another woman, and married her. But she was 25 years younger than him, same age as his son Frank, and that didn't go over very well. The house is actually 4 floors, 6,661 square feet. There's 21 rooms, a tower, 4 fireplaces. All the fireplaces are original to the house. We have 2 parlors, which we're sitting in one, 2 pantries, 2 water cisterns, an ice chest, so much Yeah, and we have 11 spirits.
11
11
spirits.
spirits that we communicate with in the house. Yeah.
All right. So tell us one or two stories of you meeting a spirit in the house.
Meeting or scaring me to death?
Yeah, either one, both.
Okay. There was one time I was coming out of the kitchen over here, and I stopped to look at the main staircase, and I literally saw a floating head.
Hmm.
Floating head.
Do you know who it was?
I do, because it was like you know, when you blow a bubble, a kid's bubble, it's clear. This was about the size of a basketball, and it stopped and it looked at me. It was over here by the stairs, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And then it just shot off into the parlor, and then it came back out again, and it was pulsating, and it flew into the ice chest.
Hmm.
It was Mr. Pierce. It was his face. It was his
Hmm.
face. And then another time, I was in the basement, and something totally took my jacket and yanked me down. And yeah, that's why I don't do the basement.
So who are some of the spirits that people see regularly?
Regularly, we see Mr. Pierce, the children, Gordon and Rachel. They are the two prominent spirits in the house. People see them all the time in the windows, on every floor. The cat, we have a cat spirit we see all the time, comes between our legs. And sorry, burnt to death upstairs. We have him.
Now, the house is beautiful. So
Thanks.
how long ago was the property remodeled?
Let me see. It was remodeled. Rob and Allison Conti bought it in 2015. We started the renovations right away. Took about 4.5, 5 years to do. So yeah.
And then a little bit on Mr. Pierce himself. He was like a wealthy magnate
He
of
was.
the area.
He actually owned a factory right across the street here. It was the SK Pierce factory. He started working there when he was 14 years old and worked his way right up to owning it. And he actually died while owning the factory. And then later on, like in the 50s, it sold to the family that has it now, Standard Share.
All right. So if people are watching this, like I said, we'll give you a more in-depth tour by video that you'll be able to watch on our YouTube. But the people who purchased the property purchased it because it's a haunted property.
I think so.
And they're going to make it available for people.
We actually are making it available right now. You can actually go onto the website, the Haunted Pierce Mansion. Yeah, you can book tours, events, ghost hunting, sleepovers. We started sleepovers starting
Wow.
Halloween night, but that one's already sold out in 2 hours. Then we have another one the following week. So you can have your own private event here where you can rent the whole house out.
Wow. That's cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't experienced a ghost yet. How about you, Brenda, who is the official real estate agent, sold this house twice now?
Yes. I respect the house. Could I say that I've seen a floating head? I haven't seen a floating
No,
head,
you
but I feel the presence. I respect what's happened here. And even when we brought buyers in here, different buyers, you just said, you're sharing this house. You're sharing this house with them. So
Do you think the ghosts help select the next buyer?
oh, I absolutely feel that in this transaction, there were some things that were going on that I finally said to the new buyer, I'm like, I don't know, this is out of our control. They got some control going on here. Yeah.
All right. So Brenda, tell us how you market a haunted house.
Yeah, so this is not cookie cutter. I sold this house 10 years ago, and Mary and I went to high school together.
Yeah.
We've known each other for years, and so she highly recommended me 10 years ago. So I came in 10 years ago. The house was definitely not in the condition it is in today. We were looking through the kitchen floor into the basement.
Yeah.
It was not. So I put it on the market. It was in the 300s back then. The owner bought it sight unseen. He was from New Jersey. He was a dentist. He totally loved haunted houses. He owned a place called the Dark Carnival in New Jersey. So he wanted to branch out more into the haunted. So he saw this online, called me up. He said, I'm going to pay cash. I want to buy it. He showed up at the walkthrough. We walked through. He went over to the closing office. I introduced him to Marion and said, you really need to keep her. She is the house. And they went to Kay's and had lunch, and
Yeah.
she was hired, and she's been running the house. So Rob, they did all of the work in here. They were unable to take it to a bed and breakfast level because they needed to own or occupy in here, and they were long distance, and so it really wasn't in their business plan. So fast forward 10 years, Rob calls me and says, I want to sell this again. And we're like, oh, it's a whole different price point. It's a whole different situation. It had made the second most haunted house in the Massachusetts. And some will argue it's number one under Lizzie Borden. Well, Lizzie Borden's one, two, and then 9 out of 10 in the United States. So, and it's international. It also has the whole international paranormal community. So we were able to list this house over $1 million. I got a lot of comments on Facebook through the Gardner people that were like, oh my God, who's going to live in South Gardner for 1.2 million or whatever it is. And so we knew the house had a value because of what it is. So we looked at the house and thought, if someone's just going to live here, it's a $700,000 or $800,000 property. The assessment had it there. And then you had to add the numbers for the whole paranormal opportunity, which they weren't getting as much out of it as these folks are planning on doing. So I found out I was competing against another agent at the beginning of the second go around. Got the phone call that, it's we're going with a possible luxury agent from Boston who works for, remember I called you on that one?
Yes.
I forget who but
Yeah.
some, this is luxury. Agent calls me, tries to say, we're going to co-list this. I go, you can take it. Thanks to Stacy giving me the strength to say, give it to him if that's because it's not a luxury home. So we basically took it and said, this is a home that we're marketing the whole paranormal community. So through your contacts, through social media, through we managed to get people to look at the property, and we had a buyer. We had multiple buyers, and this particular buyer put the offer in. It took a lot of work. This is not a cookie cutter deal. To go to a bank and say, hey, I'm buying this haunted house, and yeah, we know the value's here, but we know there's spirits, and we know that we're going to get this certain amount of money. On top of the fact that the books weren't as tight as we would have liked to have seen. So it made it a little bit difficult to go to a bank and get a business loan. So we worked for a few months with the buyer. We knew the buyer had the means to do it if they really needed to, and they didn't get their SBA loan. So it was a couple different banks involved, and they managed to get it done.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yes, with you guys though, that's a lot of work that you put in. And I feel like you had the odds against you from the beginning to get that high of a price for a property that you couldn't even, like a regular commercial property, you could show books. You couldn't do that. You kind of pieced it all together. So I think it was perseverance and an amazing team that got it all together.
Agreed.
And we even got through a home inspection.
Yes.
A couple.
Yeah.
So I mean, a house passed a home inspection.
Yeah.
So what room are we in right now?
This is the men's parlor. This is Mr. Pierce's parlor.
Okay. Has there been sightings in this room?
No, he's been made himself known, the fire pokers and stuff over there all of a sudden start swaying and clanking and stuff.
Oh,
And nobody's there. We're
interesting.
just sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
The piano plays, couple keys, just ding ding ding. Yeah.
And it seems like the ghosts want you here.
Ugh. Yeah. I quit.
You're a part of
I
every.
quit.
I
quit in
yes, you
September.
quit.
I
Exactly.
gave my notice. Yeah.
A few times, and you're still here.
I tried, and yeah.
She was a part of this next deal.
Yes.
The 4 owners, I'm like, you guys have to keep her. And then he pulled me aside and says, what do I have to do to keep her? I'm like, just make her happy. Don't have her cleaning the house. Don't have her shoveling.
Yes.
Give her the job.
That's
to
everything
just-
we did. We shoveled.
She did
cleaned
everything.
Takes me 4.5 hours to clean the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shoveling
So
is horrible.
They're hiring people to do the things she doesn't want to do. And the stuff that she's doing is the most important to keep things going.
Right. And do you think the spirits that are here, they're all good spirits, or do you think there's
They're
bad?
all good. I think
Ah.
they're all good. I've never had an issue myself. I've never had an
Mhm.
issue with any of them. I do know I was here 7 or 8 years ago. There was a team investigating ghost hunting, and I was in the kitchen, and all of a sudden I heard this big bang,
Mhm.
and I ran upstairs, and there's somebody laying half on the 3rd floor and half on the floor on the 2nd floor landing. I'm like, what happened? And we grab everybody outside, and one guy says, I was bullying. I wasn't very nice to spirits. So this poor guy walking by the staircase got picked up and dropped over.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So be kind.
Yeah,
They'll be good. To you if you're
exactly.
good to them. I wouldn't want my child to be bullied.
Right.
I would take some,
Got it.
be kind.
And then is there a favorite area of the house for
Me,
you? Yeah.
I like the pantry.
Okay. Ghosts in there?
Pantry.
Have you seen anything in
And
there? Yeah.
that's where they waked everybody back in the day.
Oh,
If you know,
interesting.
whoever's sitting over by the big bay window is where the caskets.
yeah, the front
They
room.
lay the caskets.
Yes.
down. Yeah, yeah.
Interesting. And then the house has like a Freemasonry
There's a
connection
lot
as
of
well.
Yeah, they were Freemasons.
Yeah.
With all the Pierces were all the people that used to come here to visit. Calvin Coolidge, was a
Mm.
senator. Betty Davis, Norman Rockwell was here, I guess. Minnesota Fats, Pool Shark. Yeah, they all came here and
Wow.
played pool up on the 3rd floor and had Freemasons meetings.
Wow.
Yeah,
Cool stuff. So you excited for the next
I am.
next
It's
leg of the journey?
crazy right now. It's crazy. We're nonstop
Yeah.
already. We've already started overnights.
Wow.
So part of it, when we were marketing it, is I asked the owner, who wasn't real active on Facebook, I said, will you let us admin your Facebook? So myself, my team, Caroline, Kristen, and we were all like monitoring the Facebook. Just our activity, Kristen coming, Caroline coming and doing some quick video clips and stuff brought Facebook to the next level. And now I'm still on as they're watching their Facebook. It is amazing the activity that we've been able to see happen here.
It's crazy. Yeah, there is a phone number online. If you go on there, it comes directly in,
Yes.
and you can book whatever. Yeah, somebody will answer the phone and get you in.
Wow. Great stuff. So if somebody has a haunted listing, what are you going to tell them to do? First steps to market their haunted listing.
I have someone who called me and she's
You're the expert now.
I'm like, I didn't know I was a haunted house expert. Sorry, guys. But in Chalamart, there's a property in Chalamart that this woman called me twice now. And I'm like, Chalamart's an hour and a half, but I don't know. It's a little bit more distressed than this one, but boy, it could be a cool property. I actually talked to the owners. I'm like, you guys should go buy that one. It's got, nice big property. And
The owner
but
of
I
this house?
called John. I said, hey, you should go look at that one. But yeah, I did get a phone call twice from the owner, and
Wow.
she's looking. She's claimed she's got a realtor. I didn't even look it up, but she's like, someone told me that you sold the SK Pierce, and
Wow.
you come sell this one. And I'm like, oh,
That's
go
kind of
for it.
cool. Brenda is
Yeah.
like the Craig Foley of haunted houses.
Yeah, right.
Chief haunted
That's
house
great.
officer.
Yes, yes, 100%.
There we go.
Great job, Brenda.
Thanks.
So definitely, I think that the house is cool. If for anybody watching, I'd say, even if you're not into haunted places, like just the historical beauty of this property is just breathtaking.
When people
Yes.
come in to do tours, they don't come in for some of them don't. They come in for the history.
Yes.
They're literally in here feeling the woodwork, feeling
Yes.
the walls, taking all of that, and
Yeah.
that's what they come for, the architecture.
100%. It's so great that the last owner took such great care at restoring everything.
Yeah.
It's just breathtaking.
Absolutely. So my partner, Mike McLaughlin, is like a wood tech person. And if he was having a conversation with you right now, it would be about the different types of wood in this property. The SK Pierce had a furniture place across the street. There was a tunnel under the ground. He had access to trains back then, and wood would come in from all over the world. So it was of its time to
That makes
see
sense.
this wood. You just don't see it in a lot of properties of this period, but
Interesting.
yeah.
Any story about the piano? Have you heard any notes or anything?
No, this one and the one in the hallway over there.
Mhm.
Somebody donated this to
Mhm.
us. She was from Gardner. She was a married mom of a couple kids, and a couple months after she donated, she passed away.
Wow.
It was sad, but the one in there, No matter where you go in this house, you'll hear ding, ding, ding.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Then we all went downstairs to see if there was a piano.
Yes. Wow. Great stuff. Well, we're super excited. We have a bunch of people here excited to tour the whole place, multi-levels. I didn't even realize last time I was here that there's 2 staircases.
Servant staircases, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even
'Cause
notice
that's
that.
the servant's entrance. His
Got it.
entrance is over here.
Got it. Okay.
And just to plug for the new owners, they're great people. There's 4 of them, and they're trying to accommodate. One of them is a justice of the peace. I think they might even pull a wedding off if
With
somebody
you.
wanted one here. And the overnights, they are looking at that. They will do 1-day liquor type situations if you're looking to bring alcohol into the house. So they're open to conversation.
Question was, is it open to the public at set times, or you got to go online and
You have to
book?
go online. Go
Okay.
online and book, yeah.
Okay,
We're
great.
pretty accommodating.
Great stuff. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. We're going to take a little tour with our guests that are here. We'll record that, so if anybody wants to check out our tour later on YouTube, it will be there. And thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for
Thank you
everything
again.
you do, and thank you, Brenda, for yes,
Great, awesome.
our new if you have a haunted home that you're trying to sell, we have our chief haunted
have a
house
team.
officer. Yes,
We have
that
a
can
team.
help you get that sold. So thank you, everybody, and we will see you at our November meeting. Thanks, everyone.